So on this one, tread lightly. What's happening, guys? Hope your day is going well. Today we're going to review Titan Testosterone Base and Support by Vintage Muscle. There it is. We're going to go over the ingredients so you know what you're putting in your body, and we'll go over the effects on this bad boy. If you're new to the channel, you like stuff like that, hit the subscribe button. Love to have you along for the ride. So, Vintage Muscle Testosterone Booster. I have more products coming from them. They've got some new products coming out. They're going to send it my way, which is nice. A new pre-workout and everything. So I'll have some more things to review. I also have Universal or Animal sent me a care package of some stuff that people have been asking me to review, and a bunch of pre-workouts. So I'm trying to get back into this after my wisdom teeth pull. I've been on a liquid diet now for 2 weeks. I think tomorrow I'm going to try to start eating normal. And I think I've lost about 10 pounds. It's all good. It's all good. I've been training to build muscle to last. So I'm just trying to get the protein and the, not really calories in, because it's hard to get calories on a liquid diet, but trying to maintain protein so I can maintain my muscle as I'm losing weight. Not on purpose. So jumping right into this. To get the flavor out of the way, this is an orange flavor. And just so you know, this reminds me, I've been doing this 54 years. This reminds me of the old pre-workouts where they were trying to flavor them, fruit punch and stuff like that. And they were just like, they were okay. And this is like just like those old orange flavored pre-workouts. I remember Up Your Gas, which was an energy supplement, had a pill form and then they had a powder form. And this tastes just like the old Up Your Gas powdered form for energy. So it's not horrible, and it's really not just tolerable. If you chill it a little bit, it goes down real easy. And when it's not chilled, it's fine. I don't get any aftertaste or anything like that. This thing's packed. So they did a darn good job on the flavoring here, but don't expect it to taste like your favorite EA formula or protein formula. So jumping right into the ingredient profile and then the effects, because I know you guys just want the effects. So we'll get through this. This is 30 servings. I got about 2 servings left in this thing, and it's supposed to be 16 grams per serving. And just so you know, one packed flat level scoop is 11 grams. So make sure you throw this on the scale. What I found was doing a heaping scoop will get you close to that 15, 16 grams. And when I said tread softly on this one here, this is a packed formula. It is stacked, and they covered quite a few different aspects in here. Vitamins, minerals, cholesterol support, stuff like that, plus some herbs in here that'll hit. So they did a pretty good job on this. So jumping right into this, we have some vitamin E on top, which is immunity, tissue support. Then we have some magnesium in here and some zinc, which are going to help. Magnesium is going to help with your contractible capability as far as the relaxation. It's also going to relax muscles. It's going to help with anti-cramping. If you're deficient in it, then we have some zinc, which is going to help with immunity, and testosterone support or hormone support if you're deficient in zinc. And then we have some selenium in here, which is another mineral that can help support testosterone or hormone levels. So jumping right down into the bottom ingredient profile here, we got D-ascorbic acid, 3 grams. It's the efficacious dose. Now, D-ascorbic acid has been shown in studies, only in rat studies, rodent studies, to increase plasma testosterone levels and growth hormone levels. And now, I've been researching this ingredient for a while, and this is a hit and miss for some people, but this is naturally produced in the body. There's no harm in taking more, and it is an amino acid that has some functions in the building of muscle tissue as well. So you're either going to get a hit on this or you're not. But like I said, this thing's got other ingredients in this that are going to tackle other things. Next on the list, we have sunflower lecithin at 3 grams. I always have trouble. I slur the last part of that word there. This is 3 grams. This is a good whopping dose here. So this is an ingredient that has different minerals and vitamins in it. It's got phosphorus, it's got calcium, potassium, choline, inositol, omega-3s, omega-6 in it. And basically what this is this helps with cholesterol support, which is a big thing for men. We want cholesterol in order to produce testosterone because our body uses cholesterol to actually produce testosterone. So regulating cholesterol from the good to the bad is very important in a testosterone supplement. Then we have L-lysine at 1 gram. L-lysine combined with arginine, which is in here as well, has been shown in multiple studies to increase the secretion of insulin and somatotropin, which helps with growth hormone secretion. So that combination in there is going to help hopefully increase a little bit of growth hormone for recovery. Also, lysine is a big precursor for tissue repair. So great ingredient. I love it. It's an amino acid. Then we have some Fadogia at 1 gram. Now, 1 gram is actually decent. I've seen this overdose, 2 grams, 3 grams. Now, Fadogia has been shown only in rodent studies to increase libido, raise testosterone, and it mimics LH, luteinizing hormone, like HCG does. So guys who are on testosterone support or have taken steroids sometimes will take HCG to get their levels back in check, where they're trying to get normal again after they're doing their cycle. And this has also been shown to increase the release of testosterone in the Leydig cells in the testes because of the fact that it increases LH. So LH increases that production of testosterone boosting in the Leydig cells. Now this is, like I said, studies have only been done on rats. And one big thing on this ingredient that I always tell people when they ask me about this is actually an ingredient that you do not want to take more than 30 days without taking some kind of time off, whether it's a week, whether it's 2 days, 3 days, or something like that. Because in the rodent studies, they did find some toxicity in the testes of the rodents at high dosages. So it's just a safety thing. Just like to let you guys know everything about these things. Then we have some taurine at 1 gram. Now taurine, I would talk about taurine all the time. This is for cognitive function and focus, cellular energy, and a bunch of other things. But if you didn't know this, taurine is the most predominant free amino acid in the Leydig cells in the testes. And the testes, when we are stressing in life, or when we're having stressful situations in life, our diet's not on check, we have all kinds of stuff going on, and our cortisol levels increase. It drops our testosterone levels. And taurine is a main component produced by the body to bring those levels up within the testes by reacting with the Leydig cells to increase luteinizing hormone. So real quick. Then we have the L-arginine, or we talked about that, vasodilator, coupled with L-lysine for growth hormone support. Then Tongkat Owl-E, Long Jack, whatever you want to call it. This is a supplement that has mild anti-estrogen effects through some studies. And basically what this does is this helps, it's supposed to help. It's been shown in some studies, most of them in rodent studies, and combined with the Fadogia agrestis, there's been people talking about how it's increasing testosterone by massive amounts when you combine those two. But this helps with releasing bound testosterone to sex hormone binding globulin. So sex hormone binding globulin actually is a transport mechanism. It's a hormone that actually grabs testosterone and estrogen and transports it to tissues in need of androgens for tissue repair, for function, for strength, all this and that. And this ingredient is supposed to release that bound testosterone, because lowering of testosterone can be the result of us increasing too much sex hormone binding globulin in our body, and then having too much testosterone bound to this hormone. So this is supposed to help release it. Everybody's individual, just all depends on your body, just like with all these other ingredients. A lot of people will say stuff about test boosters don't work, they don't do this and that. And I'll tell you something, test boosters have an effect for those that are lacking in certain mechanisms for testosterone boosting within the body. So some people work well with testosterone boosters, and it all depends on how you're using them. So there's some formulas out there that are just straight herbs. There's formulas like this that help with cortisol, they help with growth hormone and other aspects to tackle testosterone increasing. So I'm a firm believer, and I know that someone's going to leave a comment on here saying something about testosterone boosters don't do crap. And I'm going to tell you right now, for some people they do. And if anything, they're not going to boost your test to a degree like you're taking steroids, but they may provide you a little more energy, they may provide you a little more pep, and some people may react quite well to them. So that's just my 2 cents. Moving on, ashwagandha, 300 milligrams. So we know ashwagandha. I like that they only have 300 milligrams in this because I believe ashwagandha is way overused. Too much ashwagandha can bring on an effect in the body to where there's a numbing effect emotionally in the body. So I'm not a big proponent of seeing ashwagandha in all my products at all. And the most I like to take a day, if I'm going to take it, is 300 milligrams. When I'm done with this product, I will go off it completely. It does lower cortisol levels, which if cortisol levels get too high, then it's going to dampen, it's going to make you not burn fat, and it's also going to lower your testosterone levels. So there are certain situations in life where lowering cortisol is important for hormone support, but then there's a degree that you don't want to lower cortisol levels too much because we need some cortisol in our body for functioning. So jumping on the next ingredient, we have pygene, I think is what it is, extract, 200 milligrams. So this has been shown in studies to actually help with prostate health. So it helps with hyper prostate gonadism or something like that, which is the overreaction of androgens within the prostate to enlarge it. So what this has been shown to do is block androgens in the androgen receptors in the prostate, so it will shrink the prostate. So I like that they have that in there because we're raising testosterone levels. If your testosterone is 600 already, which is pretty damn good, or 900, and you take something like this and it gets too high, then of course you could have some prostate issues. If your testosterone is 300, 400, you take something like this, you probably won't. But it's nice to have that little support in there. Then we have some hydroxyecdysone, which is actually 20-hydroxyecdysterone, which is at 200 milligrams. And we know what ecdysterone is. I've done a lot of videos on this. This is a natural muscle builder. At least that's what it's touted as. It's found in quinoa. It's found in spinach naturally. It's not supposed to mess with your hormone levels at all, but it attaches to the estrogen receptors and binds to them and creates a muscle building effect. So some ingredients, as far as harsh ingredients, when they attach to the androgen receptors, it messes with hormones, raising them, which can cause a problem coming off of it or during the cycle, lowering your own natural production. This doesn't. It comes on the flip side. On the estrogen receptors, have been shown to actually invoke muscle building and muscle strength. Then we have vitamin D3, 75 micrograms, decent. If you're deficient in vitamin 3, your hormones are going to be low. Guarantee it. I've just so you know, zinc and vitamin D I take every day at my age, 54. If you guys aren't taking zinc and vitamin D3 and you're above 30, then more than likely you're deficient in it, and it does mess with your hormones. It did with me when I was low on it. Then we have some boron citrate, 6 milligrams. So I don't know how much, that's probably the dose of boron in the boron citrate, and that's a decent dose. At that dose there, which is nice, they did really good on the dosing on this thing. That's been shown to actually lower estrogen levels in some studies and raise free testosterone. Now, there hasn't been a whole lot of studies, but there has been a few studies that have shown that. Just being straight out with you guys on the front. So jumping right into this, what are the effects on this thing? So Titan by Vintage Muscle. What can you expect on this? First, I want to talk about the dosing and my effects. So I take a full scoop on this, and it hits me. I got energy. So I don't have caffeine. I don't have stim junkie energy, but there's just like underlying energy that I get, and it really does drive me in the gym. And if I take this along with a pre-workout or some other energy supplement, sometimes it can be a little too much. So I suggest if this is something you're looking for as far as a testosterone supplement, the ingredients seem solid, the formula seems solid, I would start with that packed flat level scoop at 11 grams. That's my sweet spot. I don't like going up to the 16 grams. And the other thing to think about too is this is 11 and 16 grams. So I wouldn't take it at the same time as like a pre-workout that's loaded at 10 to 20 grams. Because if you do that, I've done it, the digestion of both the pre-workout and this are going to be slacking. And you're going to be like burping things up for a couple hours because your body can only digest so much at one time. So take it separately from the pre-workout. My thing is I take it first thing in the morning when I was supplementing with, and that felt like the best time to take it. It woke me up, made me feel good, got me ready for the day, and then I take my pre-workout about an hour later and had a ton of energy in the gym. Did it put on a bunch of muscle? No. Did I feel like I had more energy and strength and stamina in the gym? Yeah, I actually did. I felt the difference. Of course, it depended on how much sleep I got, how my diet was, but it did help beyond my regular supplement regimen. So I did a good job with that. What else can I say about this? I believe as far as testosterone supplements go, this is one of the top ones out there. So there's other ones out there, but this is more of an all around. They tried to do something like Animal Pack or Animal does, Universal does, to where they have stacks that you can do. And when you do those stacks, you have a stack like you have Animal Stack, which is kind of like a testosterone base formula. And then you go buy Animal M Stack or Animal Test, which I have to review. They send me a care package for you guys to review, where you can stack those on top of that, and you have your testosterone base, which has like your cholesterol level support and just kind of like a base support of natural ingredients. Then you have something with more like herbal formulas that you throw on together. What they did on this one here was really nice. They tried to put it all in one supplement for you guys. I forgot how much this thing goes because, you know, they sent it to me for free. So I'm sorry I don't have the price on it, but I'll put a link down below. I do have a discount code with them that saves, I believe it's like 26% off of anything on their site. So if it is something you're interested in, I liked it. I actually would go back to it, but I'm trying so many different supplements that I hardly ever get to go back because there's always something new coming. So this is actually one of my favorite testosterone supports as far as some of my age. I think this would do. I don't think anybody under 30 would have a reason to take this, but people over 30, definitely it'd probably be worth it to start, you know, with a half scoop with that 11 grams and then work your way up. So this is Dave. I'm signing off. I hope the review was good for you guys. I hope it gave you guys enough information. I got to get back to work. We'll see you next time on the channel.